Hi, everyone. Okay, so I know a lot of people are wanting the replay of this because it is a really busy weekend for a lot of people. I know that there is Memorial Weekend over in the States, and I know that I do believe it's a bank holiday in the UK. So I'm going to make this as concise and as simple as possible. And I have, been on for a few minutes, and now I've just clicked record. And it's an interesting thing because I've actually been in a bit of a chaotic day. So I'm actually kind of excited about that because that means that when we dive into this process, that is what we're going to work through. But let's start here. This course is called Interconnection, an interconnection practice. So what exactly is interconnection? And why do we need it? I like to see it like this. So interconnection is a space of remembering to plug into spirit. I see spirit a little bit like electricity. It's like an electric current that's flowing through our house. It's flowing all over the place. It's continually flowing to you. It is continually flowing through you. However, often within our attention, within our focus, our intention, often we forget to let it in. So that's a little bit like having electricity throughout your house and forgetting to plug in your appliances. You can't use all of the energy and electricity that's flowing to you if you don't plug in. So for me, meditation, possibly prayer, possibly whatever is going to remind you of your own sense of divinity and your unseen sense of light and magic and energy, taking time to plug in like that is remembering to connect to your own divinity source, your energy. All right, so I'm Christina Fletcher. I should probably start there. I'm Christina Fletcher. I am a spiritually aware parent coach and energy healer over at spirituallyawareparenting.com. And I coach one-on-one. I work through my membership program, the Breathing Space, which is actually, this class is actually part of the Breathing Space membership program. And this is one of the kind of things that we do here. And I'll tell you a little bit about that later on, but this is the general gist of how I work. I am intently focused on using practical spiritual tools. Spirituality for me is what we are. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. That's where we're at, which really means that we have chosen to come at this time in these physical bodies. We are, hi Jackie. We're just getting started. I don't know where Great to have you. Everybody is expecting the replay, so we're kind of dwindling in slowly, but it's fantastic to have you. Thank you for joining live. So I'm just talking about spirit, that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience, and that spirit is like electricity. It is constantly flowing, constantly surrounding and trying to flow to us, but we have to plug in order to really be able to have its benefit. And things like meditation, things like prayer, any connection practice is truly about remembering to plug in. So this practice is really founded in the fact that we are very busy people and that we run our lives on one level. And that level keeps us running all the time, and yet we get access to so many different levels when we just remember to plug in. It's like we get to access all those resources. But as busy people, we do not have time for deep meditations or for deep walks in the woods or to walk on beaches. We need something fast. So this connection practice was really born out of that need and out of that sense of practical spirituality through the everyday. We need to be able to tune into spirit throughout the chaos. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, and all the time throughout the day. All right, so I'm going to keep this very short because that's what we have. We have a short amount of time. We are always in that flow of things that are happening. And I know you're just as busy as I am. So how do you connect spiritually? In knowing that spirit is flowing to you consistently and constantly. We've created a process, and I'm going to actually share this with you. I'm going to work through the workbook with you that I sent in case you didn't get a chance to open it. So, as spirit, as love, you as spirit are pure positive energy. You are love. The universe is pure positive energy. God, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it, is positive energy, also known as love. So therefore, as that oneness, as that sameness, as you together with source, when you plug in, first step in plugging in is setting the intention and opening. I open in love. Over this course, this little class, I'm going to give you 4 sentences. These 4 sentences are your 4 steps. 4 steps to complete and utter connection to that plugging in. And the first sentence is, I open in love. To open in love means that you don't have to reach for spirit. You don't have to be calling it forth and working to find it. It is flowing to you consistently and constantly. And all you have to do is open it. So in this, you can imagine a wide opening and feel yourself open. You can simply allow your heart to open, or you can just feel yourself open. I open to love. Knowing the flow is continually there, and you don't have to do anything more than opening to it to find it, because you are love and the universe is showering love upon you. Often people will say to me when I get to the point of saying, well, you are loved and you are loved, they'll say, yeah, but how do you know? And I'll say, you know, as an energy worker, like with all my clients, and even like I work online and I do distance healings and distant energy clearing. When I find the energy field of someone that I'm working with, there's nothing there but love surrounding them. When I start at the top of their field, at their energy field, and if you don't know anything about energy work, I'll happily talk to you about it at any time, because you are an energy being, and when I come in with energy work with the intention of clearing that for you, I connect to that spirit and I simply find your field and work to help clear that. Energy flows from above you, down through your core, out through your feet, down through the soles of your feet, and ground you to the earth. So as soon as I come into that and I sense your energy presence, there's so much love there. You can feel as the flow increases and you feel energy being called more and more into your surroundings, that there's so much love there for you. So I can feel it, and you can feel it. And when you stop and you find presence and you get rid of the mind chatter, you can feel it. Allow yourself to have love surrounding you and be in love. So I open to love. And that's your first sentence. I open to love. So you'll feel the shift in that intention. It's like something cracks open. I open to love. And I want you to play around with what you feel as far as spiritual source. If you want to say, I open to God. If you want to say, I open to spirit. If you want to say, I open to energy. If you want to say, I open to all that is, feel free. I use open to love because it is general. And it's something that we can all connect. I open in love. Your next sentence. This is the step that we often forget. Is the idea of I receive in love. Because why do we forget that? Because so often we're so used to seeing spirit is over there. We have our spiritual life here, and then we have our daily life here. And we go, oh, please help, or please, I wish I could be a part of flow, or please, I wish I could connect, and oh, let it in, let it in, let it in. So even if we manage to open in that love, sometimes we're so used to being focused on the asking, we forget to take the energetic shift to receiving. What does receiving feel like? Receiving is that flow, that rush. Imagine opening above you, you've opened for love, and now you receive it. You can receive it like light, flowing all the way down through your center, down through your core, all the way down your legs, even down through your feet, rooting you to the earth, receiving it. With that love, you can almost feel like a tornado that kind of comes through and clears out and offers you solutions. In this note, I've pointed out that it's like receiving a gift. You know, you receive the gift. Well, when have you ever received gifts and you kind of go, oh, yeah. You've watched your kids probably do this, right? They receive the gift. Oh, great. And then they throw it aside. You haven't actually received the gift. But then there's the other times that opened and it's, oh, what an amazing gift. And they try it on, or they try it out, or they play with it a little while, and it's truly, you know, if you're given a gift of food, you know, it's like smell and taste it and appreciate it, and it's truly received. All right, this is similar. You've opened to love, and now you receive love. There's a space, a gap, this beautiful energy shift. You feel your body relax just a little. You allow yourself to receive connection and love. You allow yourself to find that drop space. I love that feeling. All right. Your next step. So 2 sentences so far. I open in love. I receive with love. Next, simply I give thanks with love. Because the cycle of connection is never completed if we're just take. There's always a beautiful flow. Now, as parents, how often do we try to flow out too much without receiving? Love is a cycle. Love is this beautiful package where you receive, you let it sink in, you totally fill up, and then you give thanks. I like to use the term appreciation rather than gratitude, because what appreciation is it's the actual energy sense of gratitude. Gratitude can easily be checked off. Gratitude means we go, oh, I'm grateful for that. And like the receiving, we can easily forget to shift. Appreciation means you drop into that space and you truly give thanks. That flow, that stop space, that moment of being able to breathe. There's nothing better than that sense of, oh yes, I'm being filled up. I'm constantly in access to love, to energy, to flow. That is there. Oh, it's so good. All right, so last sentence. I connect in love. I connect in love can actually be a little bit of a challenge for people. Why can that be a challenge? Because to connect, when we actually say the sentence, I connect in love, there's a little bit of a, am I worthy to connect in love? Have I really actually done it? Have I succeeded? There's a little bit of a hold back. And so the sense of trust, the sense of knowingness, the sense of, okay, here I am, takes reminding yourself that you are a pure, positive spirit, having a physical experience. All right, so I'm just going to close this. I think, maybe. Oh, sometimes that crashes. Is that okay? There. All right, so 4 sentences. Where are we at? We are at, I open to love. I receive with love. I give thanks with love. And I connect with love. If when you hit the point of connection, if you sense that little bit of a doubt, then imagine that image of that plug plugging in. You know, the energy is flowing. It's there for you. So when we stop and say yes, we connect. Then you almost feel yourself shift back to the top. And you say it again. I open with love. I receive with love. I give thanks with love. And I connect with love. I open with love. I receive with love. I give thanks with love. And I connect with love. This becomes a mantra. It becomes a flow. It becomes, I've had clients come back with this and say, you know, I was walking out the door the other day and it just popped into my head and I just started saying it as in my mind and whispering it under my breath as I was walking down the street because I was feeling a little off. I was feeling a little stressed. It becomes this beautiful tool which you just incorporate in your day. And when you incorporate it into your day, all of a sudden, your whole life starts lining up in different directions because you're plugging in more and more. The intention is there. Now, here's the interesting thing, and this is what I come across a lot. We have a practice like this, and when we have a practice like this, it's easy to check it off. This is why I was saying, watch the replay, come to the webinar, whatever it's going to look like for you for really fully getting a whole integrated experience. Because we can look at it, we can read it, we can read the words. And if you don't allow the energy shift to take, it's like when you take your space into receiving. If you don't allow yourself to take that route and really create the energetic shift within you, it's easy to throw it aside. It becomes another tool in the toolbox. It becomes another thing that we've read and it doesn't integrate itself into life. However, when you consider an action like brushing your teeth, or when you consider an action like any of the menial tasks that we do with habit, with flow, without thinking about it, it's really important to add plugging in to that list. So how does that look? It means that you take the process and you start practicing it. Those words, you just allow yourself to commit to them over a week. Even if you just start with the 4 words of open, receive, thanks, and connect, you'll find that things start to shift. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do in order to help you do this is after we finish the class, you're going to get an email, and in that email, you're going to have actually 5 different images that you can pick to throw on your phone. And the phone image will have the mantra on it, and then every single time you look at your phone, you can go, oh yeah, I need to plug in. It can be an instantaneous practice that you integrate into your life, because this is what happens. What happens is we all have patterns. We create neural pathways in our brain, and our brain is so used to running the day the way we used to run it that it actually feels like an imbalance if we practice something different. So we have to help our actual physical brains develop new patterns. And we do this gently and with deep understanding, and we edge it over by saying, it's okay, this feels good, you're creating the energy shift. And when you take those moments, like I was talking about, of actually receiving that love and actually feeling that shift, you're going to create stronger neural pathways so that this becomes your inner resource, even in the deepest of chaos. You'll plug in faster. Sure, right at the beginning, you won't plug in right away. You might remember, before if you easily flip out, you might start connecting at an 8 instead of a 10. And then the next time it will be at a 7. And the next time you'll find that you do it, even if you start feeling a little bit antsy or frustrated, all of a sudden you're calling this tool up. All right. So that's the process. The process of simply open, receive, thanks. Now, I wanted to, let me just make sure I've got to check my notes. Because here's the thing. This is, I like doing these things really casual. I do these things really casual. This is what I work on all the time with members of my membership group. My clients are used to dealing with things very, very casually. Nothing is under any pressure with me. I just want to make sure that you have the tools that you need in the time that you have, because I've been the busy mom. I have 3 kids. The first 2 were born 10 months apart, 2 girls. We had various living experiences or situations, everything from living at my parents', being homeless for a little bit, and living in various accommodations. There's been some crazy times. And for the longest while, I let go of spiritual tools, even though that's where I had been before as a parent. So all of a sudden, when it came back to me, all of a sudden when I would stop and I would look up at the sky and let myself connect, and I let myself plug in, all of a sudden life made sense again. So I kind of made it my path, or I discovered my path. But my path is truly about simple, practical, spiritual tools. That spirituality could not be over here for spare time amusement or spare time self-care. It had to be a consistent process in my life. Now, that meant that they had to be short and sweet. It meant I had to find moments with my children and things that I could do even when everyone was in a busy room. So hence, that's why I brought in energy work. That's why I, not only did I tune into my own intuitive gifts, but then I trained with an energy healer and I learned therapeutic touch. That is why I studied meditation. That is why I've studied all the different things that I've learned. And it's in order to find practical spiritual tools. And practical spirituality has always been a passion. So with that, now having 16 years of parenting behind me, now this is where I've been working with the Breathing Space membership group, which started in February. And one of the reasons why I wanted to offer this class was to kind of show the little things that we do, because actually this process came out of the Breathing Space because members were eager to find these simple tools. We did a mindfulness challenge, and it was really a question of saying, okay, 4 sentences. How do we find mindfulness in quick, easy packages? Called the Breathing Space. The Breathing Space can take little time. So the Breathing Space is currently open for more enrollments because it's just this beautiful small group, and we're only working to about a number of 25. And actually, I'm going to quickly show you just the sort of things we're dealing with in there. Right now, honestly, there's a number of things that you get with the Breathing Space. We have a resource library, and this resource library is where you find classes, including the chakra classes that we started in March 18th. There's the 7 classes that you get access to in there. We did that together as members. And when we did it, everyone was able to have prompts to lead them through the different processes that we were covering. So we did it actively as a group, but now members still have access to the program. consistently, and that's not accessible anywhere else right now. So they learned about every single chakra and the exercises that it would take in order to clear and clean and balance their energetic system. We did a workshop on manifesting joyful parenting, which is what we did, law of attraction and intention setting work. We've done energy work. We've done a workshop on frantic to connection. So how to go from chaos to inner core work, similar to what we're working on today, but more mindset work. We've done meditation classes. We've done the mindfulness challenge. We have resources. We also have a Facebook group. I'm not going to show you the Facebook group. That's a private forum. The private forum is where people come in when they're having bad days, when they're having challenges, and I coach them through that. Right now, as I said, we're a small group. And the small group means that everyone gets individual attention. But the main thing that everybody loves so much about the membership group, and when I did the survey, everyone was saying, yes, this is absolutely what I love the most, was Sundays. And even after I finish here today, I'm going to be going into another Zoom, very similar to this platform. I will be going into another Zoom meeting. I will send my members the link, and in there, they will be having a guided meditation and an energy healing. And the energy healing I do in the group is a group energy healing work where each person who's in the group is held in intention, and I simply clear out their field and ground them, to ground their energy. And it is, you can actually watch these as a replay, because then the replay from those sessions gets sent out to all members. So they watch them throughout the week. I've had people watch them a few times, and they always receive the sense of groundedness and calm and clarity that was intended for them. Then I'll have members write in and say, can you put attention to I'm feeling a bit of pain in this, or I'm feeling really tired. Can you put a little bit of extra intention in there for that? And we do that. I've had people ask for intention for their children, for their spouses, for their partners, for their families. And we just create this beautiful bubble sense of energy for the entire membership. And what's beautiful about this is some members, they don't watch the replay, they don't come in live, and quite honestly, they still know that that support and energy is being held for them and being offered for them in that week. So it's really the power of intention and holding space. So it really creates this phenomenal sense of community. Now this summer, because everyone always turns to me and says, summer is summer, and how do you actually focus on self-care when, quite frankly, life is so busy? What we're doing is, as of summer, starting tomorrow, we are doing a Living Inside Out Challenge. And the Living Inside Out Challenge is all about making sure our inner selves, our inner beings, our inner connection is what vision we see through. That is where the perception is. So for every moment of chaos, we are going to be making sure that you feel that support of spirit through it. So we're going to be focusing on it for 8 weeks. But with all of these things, there's no pressure. I don't provide any pressure in any of the things that I do. You will find prompts show up on your social media to just remember to connect. Or for instance, when we're focusing on the shoulds week, it will be things of what should came up for you today. And you can just think about it. You don't even have to reply. It's really about just prompting that intention. Just like the phone images. It's just about prompting that intention in order to make those connections and to break the patterns of running the gamut, running the processes, rather than stopping, connecting, and allowing more flow. So that's where we're at. And right now, I'm only doing it for $25 a month. The price goes up to $35 as of June 1st. So I wanted to make sure everybody knew that was out there. And I wanted to give you a sense of the kind of tools we're working through over there, because this is where it's all best connected. So this is actually one of those images that you're going to have on your phone if you wish. All right, so really, this is where it's at. All right, I promised you I was not going to keep you long. So we're at 30 minutes, and that's where I said we would be. You are a spiritual being. You are a unique spark in the light of the universe. And there is so much love flowing through to you as that. And often we get so caught up in the to-doings of life that we only see it through our physical eyes. But if we can tune in to see it through our spiritual perspective, life takes this incredible shift where we are more open to solutions and we get the intuition to follow the right steps. And we can tune into our children in a totally different way. And there's a flow to life when we allow ourselves to shift to a spiritual perspective. So the question then becomes, how do you shift the habit from being running or feeling drained or feeling depleted or giving too much and opening it up? The 4 sentences we've talked about: I open with love, I receive with love, I give thanks with love, and I connect with love, can be all it takes. Provided you allow yourself the shift to truly receive, to truly breathe that in, to truly allow that shift, and then appreciate and connect. When you can do that, a beautiful opening occurs, and you go straight back to the beginning. All right, so we have the phrase, you will be receiving, I think it's a zip file. So if you have any problems with zip files, just drop me an email and I'll send you the individual folders. But it's a zip file with 5 images that you can upload on your phone as a reminder. When you see the reminder, you could just see those simple words: open, receive, thanks, connect. And you'll start to feel the shift. Now, the other thing we covered was that this is something that we're working on in the breathing space, and I really, really encourage you to consider this, because we're doing amazing things there, and the members are appreciating it so much. And the elements that I have mapped out for the summer is also going to be incredible, with also, I forgot to mention, guest teachers that are coming in. I have a yoga teacher offering a video class. I have essential oils teacher coming in for a class. And I also have someone coming in to teach parents about crystals. And those are going to be over the summer as well. I literally keep bombarding this toolbox with as many resources that I can get for you, because what speaks to one person doesn't speak to another. And I want to make sure that you know your perception, your unique calling is your unique spot. So follow your heart, connect, open your sea, give thanks, and then simply find a space to breathe. All right, I am going to stop the recording now, and but before I do, I wanted to just quickly thank you so much for taking part in this, for taking the time out of your busy day, but more importantly, I wanted to thank you for making that leap. Because when you say to Spirit, yes, I need to connect more, then you already start to open. It's like you open a door, and now you're just walking through it. So even when you finish watching this, watch yourself that you don't just watch, close that door, and go back up to your busy day. Just try this, because you've got nothing to lose. All right, I'm going to stop the recording, and then I can answer any questions. And if you have any questions, and you can either ask in the Facebook group, or feel free to email me. All right, I look forward to hearing your response. You can look for the emails in your inbox, and I'll be sending out this replay probably tomorrow morning, as soon as I can. All right, I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to pause recording. Love and light, everyone. Thanks so much.